What is up, guys? Today we're going to be jumping right back into the world of electric spray guns. Now, over the past year, I have reviewed many electric spray gun guys, from multiple phalanx guns to a cheap Amazon $10 bin store gun, all the way to a well-known brand Wagner gun, guys. But there's one gun I have not reviewed yet until now. So this right here is the ever so viral Hychika electric paint sprayer. 600 watts of HVLP power with a viscosity cup, cleaning tools. It comes with a default 1.5 tip, a 1.8, a 2.2, and a 2.6 that you can change out as you need to, guys. It has a fluid adjustment right here. It has a direction pattern adjustment right here, and a fan pattern adjustment right here. And that's pretty much everything there is to it. So today we're going to test this gun out. We're going to put it through its paces. I'm going to give this thing a true honest review. We're going to break it down, see how it works, and see how it sprays. I got a test set up right here. We're going to play with it, just our pattern. And then we're going to shoot a fender and see what kind of finish we can get out of this really cool Hychika spray gun. So the Hychika HVLP electric spray gun. Now, it's no secret, guys, I'm far from the first YouTuber to do a review on this gun. However, the company kept reaching out to me and they really wanted to see my thoughts and opinions on it. So I finally said, yeah, send it out. Let's check it out. Let's see what it will do. Like you know, I've been going down the rabbit hole over the past year. I've reviewed everything from a $10 Amazon bin store to tried and true Wagner brand that's been around forever electric spray gun. So, you know, I really did want to get my hands on this eventually and go through it and see what all the hype's about, see if it lives up to its current reputation, and how does it stack up and compare to the other guns I reviewed. And I knew the only way to get an honest thought and opinion on it, other than watching any other YouTuber's video, was to get one myself, break it down, and show you guys exactly how this thing works, and, you know, if it performs as well as everybody says it does. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so as far as the breakdown of this gun, it's pretty simple. You have the electric unit itself. The trigger mechanism is built into the disbursement tool. It's got a plastic tip. It's got a 600 milliliter hopper right here. You've got the siphon tube right here with the little foam gasket to seal everything up. You've got your tip, and then this right here is a directional tip that turns while it's on the gun so you can change your patterns. So very, very cool. And then, of course, right here, this is your fan pattern adjustment. Let's see how that works. Let's see. So it just turns it like that. So I'm guessing that's just going to direct everything when it's inside. So, all right, let me reassemble this. Let me fill it up with some paint, and we'll see how it performs. Another little thing I got to mention is this viscosity cup, guys, and it has a little scale right here on the side of the hopper that tells you what thicknesses is ideal for spraying different type of material. And of course, most of what we concentrate on is the automotive finishes and the oil enamel right there, because we do a lot of rustoleum. So pretty cool. That'll be definitely helpful when I mix everything up. Let's see how strong this motor is real quick. Not bad. Alright guys, so keeping with Whitley Auto Works tradition, you know I can't keep nothing just plain Jane. I've got eye candy pigments here, AMATERASU silver, and we're going to add that into 2 cups of gloss black, make our own custom really cool base coat to shoot through this Hychika gun. I think it's going to be really, really cool, and yeah, let's get to adding some pearls. So I'm just going to take a little stick right here and throw some in there. This is 25 grams, and you know, I've used quite a bit of it, so if I had to guess, I'm probably going to throw about 10 grams into this little mix right here. Now this is a lot, and if you decide to do this full scale, you will have to thin everything out ahead of time and then mix pearls in. And it's going to take a lot of pearls to create a custom base coat, guys. So I'm going to have to stir this up really well. And what color it's going to make, well, I don't really know. That's kind of the fun of it with doing stuff like this. It might make a black metallic. It might make, I don't know, a more silver gunmetal color, especially when I add silvers in it. So, all right, well, I guess the only thing to do is to mix this up really good, and then we'll start testing out that Hychika gun. Also, make sure you run everything through a strainer. You don't want a bunch of chunks in your finish. Alright guys, so because these spray guns are notoriously known for really throwing out the paint, I'm starting with my trigger dialed all the way out. That way I have the least amount of paint possible, and I got my fan pattern turned all the way up. That way I have the widest pattern possible. And I'm going to slowly dial the paint in. So right now when I squeeze the trigger, I'm not getting anything yet. So shake it up real good. I'm going to kind of dial the trigger in a little bit. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, I'm starting to get a little bit, so I'm going to dial it in a little bit more. A little bit more. See that? Just got a little bit of paint. I'm going to dial it in a little bit more. Still kind of slowly getting it in. It's been a little inconsistent. I'm going to dial it in a little bit more. Okay, dial it in a little bit more. And it could be the fan pattern. So let me turn that down and see where that's at. Alright, see how that's just a small little circle? I'm going to turn it all the way back up because I think as wide as possible is probably going to be the best bet. I'm going to dial it in for a little bit more paint. And now we're starting to get somewhere. I think I'm getting a little bit better pattern. This thing seems like it can actually take a good bit more trigger than some of the other guns. Let's see. Alright, so now we're getting there. Let me dial it in a little bit more. I'm about half trigger now. Let's see what that gives us. That looks like a pretty good pattern. Might could stand a little bit more paint. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to slow down my passes with it, but I think that'll work. So I'm about, I say a little more than half trigger. I've got the fan pattern wide open. You definitely want it wide open. As far as the fan, it doesn't have a very extremely wide fan pattern. It's actually more closely looking like an actual HVLP gun, like a regular one. Typically, a lot of these spray guns have an extremely wide pattern, but this one doesn't seem to do it. I will say the fluid adjustment and the disbursement's a little bit finicky on it, so I'm going to have to be mindful of that and kind of watch it. I'm going to go a little bit conservative with this at first, spraying it on that fender, but yeah, I think this will work. So let's jump into spraying the fender. Alright guys, so before we get started, I'm going to let you know the results we get are going to be the results we get. I'm running this thing as a beginner for a first time with it, just seeing what it does. I am not practicing with it ahead of time and shooting it out in a more controlled environment. I'm trying to make this thing as realistic as I can be for this whole spray out situation. So I'm going to put my mask on and let's get to spraying. Alright guys, first pass, I'm going to show you guys what I'm getting with this thing right out of the gate. Now, this is rustoleum paint, keep in mind, and I'm shooting it in a shop that is not very warm. I'm about 50 degrees today, so I am really going to probably struggle with this because of the temperature, and that plays a very strong factor in whether or not some of this stuff works great or it just doesn't work at all. So, you know, no paint booth, no way of heating things up. It is what it is. We're in North Carolina weather. So, all right, I'm going to let this set up really good. And then I'm going to probably have to dial it back and give it another coat. Try and get everything to lay out. So wish me luck and we'll keep going. So these are real world conditions, guys. I got both my heaters going so I can try to get everything up to temperature. And this is the way it laid out the second time. Now it's a little dusty. I did do it a little dry because I'm trying to get used to this gun, and I had to heat up the fender as you saw. So these are real world conditions. I'm gonna bump the paint up a little bit, give it a little more, and we'll keep going. Alright guys, I got the base laid on and I was getting ready to clean this thing. I don't know if you can see that, but these things come packed very well, and I saw it on the end right here with a lot of grease because these things are made in China. So you definitely want to make sure you get it clean, because if that gets in your paint job, it's going to be a bad day. So, alright, let me mix up some clear and we'll clear this thing. Yep, there's the grease. Alright guys, so everything with this Hychika gun actually laid out pretty well from what I can say. This color though is really cool with the little pearl in it. It's definitely like a really deep dark black metallic charcoal, but you can see the metallics in it. Yep, there you go. So not too bad at all for the Hychika gun. And what do you guys think? Alright guys, so today we finally got our hands on one of these Hychika guns, and I'm going to kind of run it through the paces, give you my ultimate conclusion with this, and that's going to be it. But to start with, the Hychika gun itself, very good construction. I do think you want to take these apart, clean them thoroughly, work the trigger mechanism to get some of that silicone packing material, whatever they use to lubricate everything really good, because the trigger was sticking on me tremendously when I first got this gun. And then of course clean it out thoroughly after you get everything worked in, because that packing material can contaminate your paint. I did see a little bit of issues with this fender back here in certain areas, and I think that was because I still had a little bit of residue in it. So definitely, like I said, clean it thoroughly. I love the fan adjustment on this. It's much like a traditional HVLP gun. It's not extremely wide. You do have some really good adjustments with this gun. Very well made. The price point you can't beat. It's under $100, so it's very comparable to some of the other electric spray guns. They all have their pros and cons. I'm not going to say this one's better than one or the other, but it's a great option if you don't want to go the route of getting a compressor and everything else. Now, is it the end-all be-all gun? Is it one of those guns you're going to pick up and as soon as you get it unboxed and you're ready to spray, the clouds are going to part ways and angels are going to come down and help you get the perfect finish right out the gate? No. You're going to have to practice with it. You're going to have to do test spray outs and stuff like that. Get used to it. There's a learning curve with all this stuff. You know, I like to, have fun with stuff and, boost stuff up and say it's this, that, and another too. But, at the end of the day, it really just comes down to practice makes perfect. Prep's a big thing too, and cleaning your stuff thoroughly so you get excellent results. And you can with this Hychika gun. So if you're interested in it, I'll definitely have my links down in the description. And let me know your thoughts and opinion, guys. Have you picked up a Hychika gun yet? Have you sprayed with multiple guns? Or what did you think? Did you think this was better than the other ones? I much appreciate every single one of you guys' thoughts and opinions on this stuff. You know, it's how we help each other out moving forward so we can all save money and have fun. And I just wanted to give you guys a real, true, honest review today and not blow any kind of smoke or anything like that on whether or not this gun is what everybody's saying it is. So anyways, guys, I hope you found this informative today. I hope you will continue to stick with me on the next video. I'm John from Whitley Auto Works. I hope you guys have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next one.